Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I have missed you so. And I'm so full of gratitude. And I'm so grateful for this practice of coming together, sharing connection and gratitude and reminders of our responsibility, our opportunity to be love ambassadors. I'm John Halcyon, and I'm a little bit late in starting today, and I have been off for a few days, so thanks for your understanding and patience. Thank you, Gerbot. Welcome. Good morning. Well, I always know that when I come here in the morning, I feel good because I have so many people that put me in a happy mood. It's love morning and it's great. And if that is your state, then I hope you share some gratitude with you. Good morning. Look who just redid their hair too. I bleached last night and dyed last night. Oh, no. D-Y-E-D. No need to be concerned. Nobody died. But I had a really impactful days away. If you are here and you would like to share something that you are feeling grateful for, or where you are, or anything in your head, please do. Good morning, Razorblade. Good to see you. Good to see you, Razorblade. Good to see you, Gerbot. Let's see, what to share. I will say, on the way to... Okay, so I went to a musical festival camp out this weekend, like 150 people. So not like a crazy festival, but like a private event, basically, like friends and friends of friends. I probably knew half the people there, and then met many more, of course. But it was like a collection of incredibly talented musicians in styles of music that I don't often listen to, and wild, different Middle Eastern instruments and things. But a gathering of really amazing people. So I that's what I did Friday, Saturday, and then on the way there, we stopped to see Don and Martha. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Good morning, Rain. Hello to you in San Diego. I am also in San Diego. I am enjoying the a little bit cooler weather. So I'm so grateful that I got to join Lisa in visiting Don and Martha. Don is one of Lisa's mentors. She has done coaching alongside with him and many times, and has learned a lot from him. I feel like my life is so much better because of what Lisa has learned from Don and Martha. They're a couple that have been together, I think, 53 years. And good morning, Carla. Good morning. Good to see you. Good morning, Primegeist. Primegeist says, I'm grateful that these chats happen during the lunch hour. Yay. Well, just so you know, missing the song of the day, you didn't miss much. Every once in a while, it's a gem. Razorblade is grateful to be in this comfy bed after working away for a few weeks. Welcome back. You seem to have a pretty frequent travel planned. Is that, I'm guessing that allows you to appreciate home frequently. I know that, one of the things I really like about Lisa having work and traveling is that we have these reunions frequently, and it doesn't take much time apart for the heart to grow fonder, whether that is a home or a person, a bed. So, Rain, it's interesting that we live in the same city, because one of the things that I was I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but I had some clarity this week, and there's two projects that I want to be working on. One is a book that I want to work on, and the other is some in-person workshop stuff. I'm not sure what it will look like. It could be, I'm not sure, but I please stay connected to me because it will happen in San Diego. Good morning, Mike. Okay, so I wanted to share. So Don is in hospice. He has had Parkinson's for many years and is in hospice. And so Lisa spent last week with him and helping out. And so we went together for a night, and it was really beautiful. I mean, I had a lot of memories of my grandfather, although my grandfather, like Don is also someone who has really dedicated his life to healing and to helping people. And so even as his body is falling apart, there is this glow in his spirit, this calmness and this, I think, deep recognition of living well, of acquiring not a castle of gold, but an empire of love. And there were some experiences while we were there. While I was there, Lisa was reading to Don emails that have been sent to him since people learned that he was in hospice. And they were so beautiful. And one particularly, a woman wrote, and she said, and now I'm paraphrasing, but like, your impact on my life, your impact on my heart, the way your patience and your wisdom and your love, it healed my heart in a way that it impacts all the people in my life. It impacts my children, my partner, because the healing that you gave me ripples into the world. And I was crying so hard, and I think Martha was trying to make me feel better, but I'm like, this is not a sad cry. It's like a joyful cry. Like, don't we all want to live a life so that people feel our ripples, and that the love that we put in the world shapes them and then shapes the love that they put in the world? That's kind of my whole faith in why we're here, and or what our possibilities can be. It's not to get the coolest new phone or keep our abs as long as possible. And it really made me think of my grandfather. It made me think of the way Lisa lives her life. And it made me feel like affirmed of a lot of the choices that I've made. Because I really feel like that is my guiding inspiration as well. I don't know what it looks like, but I think I know how it feels. And I think I'm pretty clear that I want to feel the way that Don feels right now. Not in his body, but in his heart. Because that's how that's how my grandpa felt at the end of his life. It's really, really beautiful. And right after I talked to Don, I went into the gratitude circles that everyone is always welcome to. They happen 3 times a day. Go to zoom.hugnation.com for the link and the times. But I popped into gratitude because I was so overwhelmed, and I was sharing all that. And someone in the room was like, well, John, you do that right now. You don't have to wait until you're on your deathbed. And it was felt really nice. I feel like I still have so much work to do, and as we all do. And I also feel like, yeah, I'm also putting beautiful ripples in the world, as we all can. I like that feeling. So thank you for being a part of this beautiful pond as we share our ripples with one another. If you are here and have some gratitude to share, I would love to hear what you are grateful for. Gerbot says, I am grateful for ChatGPT's amazing new model that helped me help a friend automate a significant amount of mundane labor for them. Really? All right. Well, I'm excited to, well, am I excited? I'm partially excited about, the updates to AI. I'm also, I feel like it's more to figure out, more that makes the world that I'm comfortable in outdated. Awesome, Rain. Chris says, I'm grateful for this timely conversation. I had another, I've just been really feeling into since that with Dawn and over the weekend a few times, just being with Lisa and thinking about the way we spend our energy in the world. And, we're basically professional love ambassadors. And I'm like, we're good people. I was thinking that in this really kind of contemplative place. And Lisa said, like, you're a good man. And it hit me so deeply. I just started bawling, crying. And I realized like how important that is to me. I being a rich man and not so much as important, being physically strong, being able to survive a apocalypse, but good man, that's important. Rain says, I am thankful to be alive. Testify. There's plenty of time. We have an eternity to be not alive. So yeah, it's good to celebrate this brief moment when we get to experience a human life. Whee! Look at this. Whee! Someone at the event that I went to, somehow we got talking and they were familiar with things that I have said and she said you often use the word narcissist. Do you really think you're a narcissist? I was like, no. I actually think that the celebration of self is a spiritual practice. That we are all one. We are all part of this divine expression, but by far the most intimate experience of the divine that we have is through this consciousness in this body. And so it is a form of worship to celebrate, to treat well, to enjoy the experience of being you. I don't think that's narcissism. Narcissism is when you think you're better than, or you above others. Whereas I feel like we're all amazing, we're all divine, and we should celebrate that. I also should say that I don't feel that way all the time, but that's part of the human experience, is sometimes recognizing, yes, I am amazing, and then forgetting that and going, I suck. All one. Yes, Gerbot. Yes. I'm not sure if Carla is still here, but in the conversations this weekend, we're also talking about how Denny is a good man. I'm so grateful to know him and so grateful for his impact on Lisa. Would anyone else want to share any gratitude or anything that's in their head for the day? Thanks for your patience for me starting late. I'm back from a beautiful trip. Grateful to hear amazing music and talk to beautiful people and get some clarity about steps forward. Oh, maybe I'll get one more thing I want to try. Isn't Denny a good man? Yes. Okay, so the project that I'm excited about is, it's funny because this started many years ago. I made, the working title was Crap or Cone and Other Dishes from the Belief Buffet. And I started writing down like the main lessons that I have talked about in Hug Nation over the years. And I actually sat down to write this book about 8 years ago and ended up writing a totally different memoir. So I'm returning to this and looking at these like 40 lessons, 42 right now, and I want to flesh it out into a book. And I'm thinking that what I may even do, and this might be related to the live workshop idea, and I might even maybe it'll be, I don't know, maybe it'll be online, maybe it'll be both. But I'm thinking that what I will do is like go through the process of maybe teaching, explaining each of these lessons, and then the process of teaching them and answering questions about them that will help me flesh out what the book looks like. But let's see. Anyone want to type in a number between 1 and, how about 1 and 33? I am so grateful for this practice of gratitude. I'm grateful that all right, we got 13 from Chris. Perfect. And I bleached my hair last night, and it didn't seem like could have been a little bit lighter in the back, so I just redid the back part here, a second bleaching, and oh my gosh, I'm covered in scabs today. Okay, we'll start with 13 and see how it goes. Okay. 13, play is serious. Let's see. I haven't looked at this in a long time, but that if I look at the wisdom leaders that really resonate with me, they do not take things too seriously. Alan Watts used to say that life should be lived sincerely, but not seriously. And too often, spiritual paths become dense and lose their connection to divinity, I think, by being too serious. No, without room for whimsy, without room for fun and play, I think that we miss out on what it is to be human. A book that I just read said that the state of enlightenment is a state of constantly laughing at a joke. And I know that, if you are familiar with me at all, you know that humor is a huge part of the way I communicate, and it's a massive part of my relationship with Lisa. We laugh. The reason, one of the ways I quickly knew, this is my person, is I laugh more with her. I'm funnier with her. She gets me more than anyone else. I'm like, this is something. And so understanding that sometimes you need to take fun seriously is a part of a spiritual path. I have stickers that say, silly, sexy, sacred. Too many people think that spiritual does not include sexy and silly. And that's just not my experience. I think who was it that some author, whoever said God is dead, he also said, the only God I could believe in is a laughing God. Life should be lived sincerely, but not seriously. Isn't that awesome? Yay, Alan Watts. Ooh, Janet, it was so good to see you. Janet, I saw you right after a experience that was a little mind expanding, I'll say. So it was so good to see you. And if I was awkward, I apologize. But it was awesome to see you. I was just telling a little bit about this event I went to, Troubadour. It was like 150 people. I think I knew about half, and it was. I actually don't burn me at the stake, but I enjoyed myself at Troubadour more than I did at Burning Man. Like my experience of the event, I prefer 150 people. Now, Black Rock City, there's other things that I love about it. Like I love the fact that there's thousands of people having their minds blown, and I like to help with that. But as far as my experience of an event, smaller is better for me. Chris says, I needed to hear that. I tend to get stuck in doing and forget to play. Thank you. And I think that we need to introduce things into our lives or friends or maybe just have things on the calendar to help us to be more playful. I was really grateful. I've been doing this post-burn integration group on Facebook, which I think is going to be closing up pretty soon. And not closing up, just like finishing up. But you're still welcome to join if you want. And when I was going to the beach in the morning, I thought, oh, while I'm there, I should make a sandcastle. And part of the reason why I did it is because I knew that would be the kind of activity, the kind of thinking that I want to be doing in my post-burn integration. And I think that just having that commitment in my mind inspired the idea to make the sandcastle. And then I think, groups like this where we can try it to I want to hear if you did something that was a love invest. If you talked to somebody on the side of the road or at Starbucks, you bought their coffee, and I want to hear all these things and be reminded, so we can inspire each other to continue to be more silly, to be more kind. I had an awesome experience. So a week and a half ago, I went down to the beach with Lisa, and I brought a pail and a shovel because I wanted to build a sandcastle. I love sandcastles. I think we made sandcastles during Pink Path. I think we did. And so I go in the water with Lisa, and I get out, and I see there's a kid there doing a sandcastle. And the kid's mom starts waving at me, and she was a beautiful blonde woman. And I walk over, and it's a woman I knew, and I never met her child. And so I meet the kid and start making a sandcastle with the kid. And I actually got to teach the kid how to make a drip sandcastle, which he didn't know. So now I'm feeling I'm like a pig in shit, except I'm like a halcyon in the sand. And Lisa, she's in the water this whole time, so she gets out and she sees me. Oh no, I'm sorry. I take it back. I was with my brother, because my brother, he's watching all this, and he goes, he thought that I didn't know the woman, that I just I don't know, that I was just making friends wherever I go, which would have been awesome as well. Anyway, I didn't tell that story well at all. I guess what I'm trying to say is more sandcastles, more play, more fun. It is not a distraction from your life. It is a core part of life. Yes, you're about right. We built a sandcastle. So at least I'm consistent. Janet sharing, I have also shifted from Burning Man to Troubadour-sized events. So glorious this weekend at Troubadour. So grateful to the organizers for creating such a lovely, cozy place to connect, experience incredible live music, and dance. Really, I had so much gratitude for the organizers. I mean, the amount of work that they had to put into it, and like, yeah, just really beautiful, and just for the amount of people, tons of areas to congregate and talk and hang out. It's awesome. Good morning, Darren. Good morning, and good morning, Hope. Any last gratitudes anyone wants to share before we have a hug and celebrate this day? It's been wonderful. I know whenever I'm in a new place, a new event, I inevitably talk about this practice, and I talk about my grandpa, and I'm always like, oh yeah, like I invoke grandpa's name 3 times a day. 3 times a day when I lead the hug, it's always on behalf of Grandpa Caleb. And if you were here from the beginning of this broadcast, like so much of my path, so much of the desire to be a good person and the recognition of the value of living that life is all his influence. So much gratitude for Grandpa Caleb. Oh, and the human documentary that I'm in, telling the story about Grandpa, the beautiful glass story, it's in my Facebook memories last week, and so it's always awesome. Okay, I'm rambling at this point. Darren is grateful for autumn. Yes. I feel like summer is a season I have to survive. And then, thanks, Darren. Good morning, Carolyn. Carolyn is grateful for me, my bright, bubbling light. Thank you. I feel filled up with light. I feel like I'm filled with inspiration right now. Clayto, grateful to harvest my veggies in the garden. Yeah, that is a special joy. I think this list of lessons should include gardening in some way, because that is a huge part of my spirituality. Let's put garden ? All right. Well, I like that practice of sharing a number. Maybe I will continue to do that. And so now, wherever you are, hold on. Let's see. I lost track of the chat. Okay, there we go. Zoe. Good morning, Zoe. Good to see you. Wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old squeeze as you hold your body. Imagine you're being held by me and everyone who's here in this moment and everyone that watches this archive. And hello to you in the archive recording. We are in this moment that is beyond space and time. It doesn't matter where our feet are. It doesn't matter when we hear this. We are connected by intention. We are connected in this place called Hug Nation. And as we feel held and we are holding, let our egos dissolve into this shared experience of being human. We are so much more alike than we are different. Let's forgive ourselves and forgive others for the times when we get swayed and off track by our ego crap. Let's just accept and love and support as we take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you love ambassadors, thanks for being here for this Hug Nation Love Morning. I love you. I love you. I love you. Good morning, Pierre. Pierre, I just saw on I thought of you. There was some Burning Man group. Somebody was selling some lasers used once at Burning Man. Have a beautiful day. Maybe see you at noon for gratitude in Zoom, or see you tomorrow here. Gerbot is grateful for Grandpa Caleb, this morning practice, and congregation. Me too. Have a beautiful day.